guys, and welcome to my college move-in advice video. So today's video is just going to be talking about like the Notre Dame move-in process. I'm going to explain that, and then I'm going to give you advice for what I think you should bring for your first move-in like appointment, and also how I think you should do it if you like live far away or if you live close. So that's what I'll be doing in this video, explaining. And then during this video, we're also going to be making shirts with bleach. So that's also going to be a video in itself, like a tutorial. So get ready for that on Saturday. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other vlogs that I'll link down in the description that kind of explain the college move-in / show the process, stuff like that. And then watch Saturday's video to see the end product of the shirts that we're dyeing in this video. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so basically how the move-in process works, should I start in this corner and work that way? All the way, right? Yeah. Okay, so basically how the move-in process works is, oh shoot, I already went over the line. Notre Dame like assigns you a time and like an appointment kind of, and then you go at your designated time and you'll like pull up all the way to your dorm. Like you'll drive your car up, literally up to the door. And a good way that you can see all of this is if you go watch my college move-in vlog. You can like literally watch the experience happen. So I'll link that in the description, and I'll put like a card right now so that you can see it. So basically you pull up to the door and all the welcome weekend ambassadors come out. And those are the people who will be like helping you with orientation like the whole weekend. And they'll come out and then they'll unpack your entire car for you. So everything that you have in your car, they'll carry it up to your dorm room for you, including like your mini fridge and stuff like that. So it's really important that you bring like all of that stuff with you right away, because if you bring it later on your own, then you and your parents are gonna have to carry that up, and like mini fridges are hard to get up those stairs in dorms that don't really have like good elevators. So the welcome weekend ambassadors carry everything for you, and then they'll just leave everything outside your door, and then you'll just start to set up your room. You'll like go downstairs and someone will be like in the basement or like one of the main rooms of your building, and they'll check you in, and then they'll give you your keys for your mailbox and for your dorm room. And then since you're checked in, which you need your state ID for that, so like your driver's license, you need to bring that with you and make sure you have it on you, because I had to like go back and get mine. But then you get to move into your dorm and you get to decide how you're gonna set it up. So you can go watch my Notre Dame dorm room roommates survival video right here that I'll link, and I'll link it in the description below, because that kind of explains how like to work out your dorm room situation. And also my dorm room tour, like the longer version where I explain everything, explains like kind of how I set my dorm room. And I'm also gonna make another video probably explaining it, so look out for that in the future. But then you'll get to set up your dorm room and like decorate and move all your stuff in. And then that's like pretty much the college move-in experience. And then after that, you'll start welcome weekend, which I'm gonna make like a welcome weekend advice video in the future also, so stay tuned for that as well. Stay tuned for everything, just subscribe, then you'll see it all. So that's how it works. But now I guess I'll just explain like what I think you should do like to get ready and like decide how you're gonna move everything. So one, you need to decide your distance from the school. I'm from Texas, so like driving was just not gonna happen for me because it would be a 24-hour drive. But it's only like a 3-hour flight, so we knew like my dad didn't want to drive, so we knew that we would be flying. But if you live close enough to where you can drive, I would recommend bringing a lot of things with you on your drive, because obviously that's just gonna save money and time, and it'll just be super convenient. But since I flew, I just bought everything there. So like literally everything I needed, I just bought there. I went up a couple days before moving and we went shopping like for 2 days. And then all that new stuff I just brought with me. So like the only thing I really brought from home was my clothes. That's like the only thing I packed in my suitcase, and then like a toothbrush, but that's it. But, and then everything else we bought. So yeah, that's step one. Decide your distance and what the heck you're gonna bring with you. And then step two is the things that you need to think about buying before you move in. And just what I would recommend is trying to do everything in one trip, because the welcome weekend ambassadors are only gonna move things in for you during that one trip of your appointment where you pull up to the door. After that, you and your parents will have to park in a parking lot that's kind of far away from your dorm, depending on your distance and like what dorm you're in and stuff. And then you guys will have to carry everything by yourselves to your dorm and like move it upstairs if you live on higher floors and stuff like that, and it'll just be really difficult. So you should definitely consider that and just try to pack everything in your car. My parents rented like a little, kind of like an SUV type of car, but it was like kind of more compact than an SUV, but it was like one where it has like the big trunk and like the back seat, and then the extra back seat where you like fold down the chairs to make the big trunk. So we just packed absolutely everything we bought in there, and that's how we moved in. But things that you need to consider buying, I made a list. So the first, you need to decide what to divide up with your roommate. These are like the bigger items, and you can also go watch my roommate vlog, as I had mentioned, to see more about that. And like the dividing and how you should handle that and stuff like that. But basically, the things you should kind of divide up with your roommate is TV, fridge, futon, and your rug. And then you should decide like who's gonna decorate what. Like, are you gonna help each other decorate the room? Like, do you have similar aesthetics? Do you want to like split the room down the middle and you each get half to decorate? Like kind of how you want to, or if you want to decorate together and have similar decor, stuff like that. Or you can decide that you don't need any of those things. But I would definitely recommend at least a fridge, because it's nice to be able to like have drinks that are cold in your room. And then also like if you bring Tupperware, you can bring food back from the dining hall or something. Or if you go and buy something like a Subway sandwich, you can put that in your fridge. So yeah, that's step one, just like the things that you need to divide. And then next are bathroom essentials. So these are things that you should go in, like move in on the first day having these things, because you're gonna have to like shower and stuff that night. You're going so much faster than me.
Okay, but also I think this looks kind of bad. Do you think this looks bad?
No, I like it. The bleach thing is like in right now. Look, mine's like turning pink. I don't like it.
I'm not sure I like the orange, but it's like, how's it gonna happen? Like,
you can just bleach it more until it turns white.
Really?
So the next thing is your bathroom essentials. So things that I think you should consider your bathroom essentials are towels. I would recommend getting at least 2 of them. That way when one's dirty, you have a clean one. And then a hand and face towel, face soap, toothbrushes, stuff like that. You need a robe if you plan on walking to the bathroom in your robe. Like, as I had mentioned in some of my other videos, some people just walk like in their towel, so like just do you for whatever that is. But you definitely need shower shoes, because I mean they are community bathrooms and you don't want to get like foot fungus, that'd be gross. So make sure you get shower shoes, and then also a shower caddy. And most dorms, like in my dorm, our bathroom has racks in them, so we can like leave our shower caddies in the bathroom. So you want to make sure that you move in with your shower caddy, that way you can get a good spot on the shower caddy rack, because getting on the top shelf is kind of competitive. I always had a spot on the top shelf because I'm a go-getter, so I made sure I'd get that. But those are what I think your bathroom essentials would be. And then plus you definitely need a hamper, like as soon as you move in also. Next is like bedding essentials. So obviously you should buy sheets, pillowcases, a bedspread, pillows like for your bed and stuff like that before you move in, because you're gonna be sleeping there that night. But then also what you really need is a mattress pad, because that's what's gonna make your dorm bed comfortable. So mine is a 4-inch memory foam mattress pad. I'm gonna let the helicopter fly. Man, that's pretty low. Okay, mine's a 4-inch memory foam mattress pad, and that thing is so comfortable. So I would definitely recommend getting one of those, and like you can use it every year, so it's definitely worth the investment. Next, if you're gonna loft your bed, I would recommend having like a bed caddy thing, which I'll insert like a picture of that if that doesn't make sense.
I asked my sister to find a picture of it for me, but she decided to spell caddy with an I-E. Don't ask me why, but it just brings up a bunch of pictures of old people in their bed. Spell it with a Y though, you'll get the right one.
So basically you can just put like your phone, or like sometimes I would put like a water bottle in mine. That way like if I got thirsty in the middle of the night, I wouldn't have to climb out of my loft to go get water. Also another thing, if you loft your bed, make sure you have a 6-foot like phone charger. That way your phone can reach your bed, because if not, like that's just gonna suck. And also like the good thing about the bed caddy is, because like you don't really need it to put your phone. I would like put my phone in between like the bed frame and the mattress, so like in between the wood and my mattress. But like sometimes if you like pull your covers or sheets the wrong way, like it falls out onto the ground. And like my phone would never break, because it's not like that terrible of a fall, but like it's just annoying having to climb out of bed, or having to like stick your arm in between the wall and your bed to like pull your phone back up. So the bed caddy definitely comes in handy. Yeah, I think that's all for beds. Next would be just like tech essentials that you need when you move in. I would recommend like definitely make sure you have all of your chargers for all of the devices that you have, because that would really suck. I mean, so South Bend does have like a mall with like different stores in it and stuff. So there is an Apple store at the mall. So if you forget your chargers, you can go to the Apple store at the mall. You can get one. Because I never have good luck with like off-brand chargers. They always break for me after a couple days. And then make sure you have like your laptop charger, stuff like that. Don't forget your calculator, because those things are expensive and you'll probably need it like for math class. But some of the math classes don't even let you use a calculator on the test, so like it just depends on your professor. If you're not going to use your phone as an alarm clock, make sure you have an alarm clock, because like now you're on your own and there's no one who's going to make sure you wake up. So like you need to make sure you're getting up. And then bring headphones if you're like into listening to music while you study. Those are definitely useful. And then also like for taking phone calls, headphones are definitely just an essential, because like some people get kind of grumpy if you take your phone calls like just out in the open, you know. Other things that you don't really need to bring like right with you to move, I would definitely recommend just bringing like all the really heavy stuff, and like your suitcases full of clothes, like things like that, like the big things that you need to set up to your room basically. But these are things that you can go shopping for with your parents like later that day. I would recommend having snacks. Like go with your parents on like a grocery run and get some snacks for your room, because with your first few weeks of college you're gonna be like adjusting and stuff, so you won't really like have time to like run to the store, you know. And like we have the Huddle on campus, but like everything there is really overpriced, so I wouldn't recommend buying like snacks from there all the time unless you're like looking to spend your flex points before they run out. But I save my flex points for like fast food places on campus. And then yeah, so snacks. I would recommend bringing some stuff with you that reminds you of home, because you're going through a big change in your life. So like you should want to have something that reminds you of home. I brought a little Texas necklace so people would know I'm from Texas. So I feel like everyone from Texas just has like a pride from being from here. So yeah, if you're from Texas, comment down below. And then obviously like bring your clothes and shoes. I would definitely pack that like with everything so they move it for you, as I said. And then decor. Just again, decide with your roommate how you're gonna handle that whole situation. See who's gonna do what, who's gonna decorate what. But then you can always shop for decor like throughout the year. Like at the beginning of the year during welcome weekend, they usually have like an artisans fair. They bring in like local South Bend people who sell things, and you can buy from them. So they sell like world maps and like other band flags, stuff like that. And then obviously the Notre Dame bookstore, you can go buy a bunch of Notre Dame stuff there. But it is going to be a little bit more expensive at the bookstore, so you can also go to like Target and buy stuff from Target. Yeah. I guess that's all I really have as far as my advice. Like really just the thing that you should take away from this video is pack everything in one trip so that they move it for you and you don't have to move it by yourself, because that's just going to be so much work. And then I guess I'll just talk about my experience. So pulling up to Notre Dame, everyone always talks about that magical moment, you know. I think I've mentioned this in one of my other videos, like the magical moment where people are like, this is where I'm meant to be. Mine happened when I moved in. My mom was like, Mel, are you excited? And I was like, yeah. And like it just sounded like really depressed. And I cut it out of my move-in video, so if you watch that, like there's music and then it fades and my mom goes, Mel, are you excited? And then the music starts again and you don't hear my answer, and that's because my voice sounded literally so nervous, so I had to cut it out because I didn't want to look back on that and have people be like, what the heck, why does she sound like that?
Are you excited, Mel? Yeah.
So I cut that part out. But when I pulled up, I was like, this is just where I'm meant to be. And that was my moment where I knew like I made the right choice picking Notre Dame and stuff like that. So pulling up, my experience was already amazing. But just in general, like the Notre Dame move-in like weekend thing just works out so well, I feel like. Should we try to cut one of these into like a star so we can just like star press? So the move-in experience is just super efficient in my opinion. Me and my parents were both like really impressed by it. Because basically like they give you your appointment. Mine was pretty early in the morning, I think like at 10:30 or something like that. So you just pull up and then there's like the little old man ushers and little old women ushers. All the ushers at Notre Dame are always like old people, which is kind of fun. You pull up and you like hand them your card. They give you like color-coded cards for your like to put in your car window so they know that you're there at the right time. And then you give them that, and then they let you in, and then you follow the signs. So your dorm, like the ambassadors, they make a bunch of fun signs that you get to follow. And then you find your dorm that way, and then you pull up straight to the doors, which if you watch my college move-in vlog, watch it, then you can really see that you like literally pull onto the sidewalk straight up to your dorm. And then, let me think, what was I saying? You pull up straight up to your door, and then straight up, like, all the welcome weekend ambassadors just start cheering for you. They're like, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so happy to have you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to Notre Dame. And they were like, welcome to BP, stuff like that. And they draw on the ground with chalk, and they have, like, all the fun posters. And then you park. You open up all your car doors, which my car was so stuffed that, like, and I was holding a basket of my stuff in my lap because there was no room for it anywhere else in the car. And, like, literally when I opened the door, they were like, oh my god, I didn't even know you were in there. Like, your car's packed. And let me tell you, my car was so packed, but when I undid everything in my room looked barren because I didn't really have any decor because my parents were like, don't go crazy. Like, this is already way too much stuff. And I was like, but I feel like I literally, like, don't even have enough to, like, decorate a dorm room. But then I was like, oh my god, this is too much stuff, because we started packing the car and it was just, like, literally almost everything wouldn't even fit. But then they unpacked everything and I moved into my door and I opened my drawer room, which you can see in my vlog again, and I literally go, here I am, that's the end, that's it, because it's so tiny. And then I had to decide how to, like, maximize the most space in my room. And then I got there, my move-in appointment was before my roommate, so I got to pick which side of the room I wanted, and I picked the side that the door, like, when you open the door, if it opens this way and this is, like, the door back, I picked this side, because, like, I don't know, that's the side I wanted. So then I picked my side, and then I basically just set everything up, and the RA for your section will, like, walk around and introduce themselves and kind of, like, talk to you, talk to your parents. My RA was super sweet. I had Holly. She was such a nice person. And yeah, that was basically it. That was, like, my move-in experience. It was, like, super fast. Like, it all happened so quick. You expect to be waiting in line for, like, hours and, like, struggling to bring all your things into your dorm, and that's just, like, not how it is. It's literally so efficient. Notre Dame has a really good system. So yeah, it's, like, real quick. If you're thinking about making a YouTube channel, or even if you just want to, like, have it for the memes, I would recommend recording it, because it's fun to go back and watch. So that's, like, probably one of my videos that I go back and watch the most, because it's just, like, so exciting and so much fun. And it's also my most viewed video that I have, because it's, like, one of my oldest, but then it's also, like, one of my first college moments, you know? So I don't know, it's just a fun thing to, like, kind of record, especially a reaction to how small the room is. Yeah, I think that's all the advice I have for move-in day. Jeez. But like I said, in this vlog, we're making, can we pour more bleach in here? Yeah. Ow, ow. I've been lifting weights with my cousin and I'm in pain. Okay, but anyways, yeah, that's it for this video, I think. My next video is gonna be, like, just a DIY college t-shirt video with some aesthetic music and a little bit of a voiceover probably. And you can see the final products of our shirts in that video, so make sure you check it out if you're, like, interested what the heck we're doing down here, because it looks good, like, really good. So watch that video so that you can see how it ends. Then next week I'm gonna do, like, welcome weekend, explaining what it is, like, explaining the schedule, what you should expect, how it works, and then also doing, like, advice on that. And then comment down below what you want to see for next week's second video, because I mean, I have other ideas, but the week after that, I'm moving, or actually, no, next week, I'm moving out of Notre Dame, so I'll be up there, and I'm going to film a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to film, like, a campus tour, a move-out vlog, like a touring ND, the grotto, and then touring ND, I think I'm going to do God Quad. And then maybe I'll try to do all the quads, actually, and then you can see, like, what dorm, because I don't really know, like, when the ND students are finding out what dorm they're in. But yeah, I'm just going to try to really maximize my content in, like, the 2 days that I'm in South Bend. And I'm going to try to get lots of stuff so that way you can see campus if you haven't been already. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below suggestions or questions that you have. And yeah, I'm almost at 400 subscribers right now. And I'm thinking of doing a giveaway at 500. So make sure you subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, because I have 2 Notre Dame, like, pullover sweatshirts that I'm going to give away in my giveaway. So plus maybe other stuff, I don't know yet. So make sure you subscribe, because I'll do that at 500.
It's funny because I kind of want to win.
Well, I mean, if not very many people enter, you could. And then maybe I'll even make one of these. Kind of depends. I feel like maybe a boy wouldn't want this shirt. Like, it's kind of girly with the stars. Maybe I can make it more masculine if a boy wins. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, thanks for watching. Bye.